She's a cute pug, and she has her tongue all the way out, like 4 inches out, 3 inches out, just hanging, dangling tongue. She ain't ugly. Uh, I'd like to see the other dogs, see how ugly they were. Probably every other dog was uglier than she was in that competition. She's really cute. This is the Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. Happy Monday. We're broadcasting from J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys HQ in Edinburgh. Military exercises between the U.S. and South Korea, showing, flexing their muscle, and you got North Korea looking on. That's rather common. Although there's the headline, the news is a bit different today. It seems that President Trump wants to throttle back some of the intensity of those exercises. Jonathan Savage, Fox News, covering this. So what's going on, John?
Yeah, I didn't expect this story to be quite so newsworthy today, but President Trump, in a Truth Social post yesterday, made sure that it was. These exercises are huge. They happen every year. But last night, President Trump said that he would like to cancel them, but since it's too late, he wants them substantially reduced. The reasons he gave were because of his very good relationship with Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea. He said the exercises were costly, and he said that North Korea, as long as he's been president, has been unthreatening and respectful. He also said, while somewhat unrelated, which I suppose is another way of saying it's somewhat related, he asked if the president of South Korea would join with the Iran conflict, the denuclearization of Iran, and South Korea said no thanks. So quite an awful lot in that Truth Social post, but the short version of it is President Trump not happy.
Okay, so no thanks. Well, could mean it's a wide spectrum of participation. The first one that comes to mind is, hey, can you help out with the Strait of Hormuz? I'm thinking they're saying no even to that, right?
Well, what South Korea says is that it is discussing possible military contributions while considering its own military readiness and domestic legal procedures. We've also had a further statement from South Korea today, the Blue House, as it's known, in which they say that they are making efforts for U.S.-Korea military cooperation in the Strait of Hormuz. So perhaps a response there from South Korea that they might be changing their mind somewhat. Interesting how North Korea, everybody's been staying within their boundaries and borders diplomatically, politically. The only interesting news that I hear related to North Korea is how they're shoveling over thousands of their young men to fight for Russia. Russia's hiring all these soldiers from North Korea to fight Ukraine, but that is so far, far away, and it's in no way connected to other world affairs, including Iran. That's the only. I guess that's a revenue source for North Korea, right? The fact that they're sending their young folks to die in fighting for. It probably is a revenue source, probably also a source of information, technology, other resources. It's not exactly transparent what is going on there, but it's very clear that North Korea is sending thousands of troops and ammunition to Russia, and they're not doing that with getting nothing in return. They're also getting direct experience of modern warfare out there. They're learning about drones and electronic warfare, battlefield logistics, incorporating that into their own training. North Korean military capabilities are becoming more sophisticated. They're conducting missile launches. Kim Jong-un has called for their nuclear and conventional programs to be ramped up.
But in a modern axis of evil, North Korea is completely cut off, or I guess disciplined. Kim Jong-un disciplines himself to not send anything or sell anything to Iran, it seems. I've never read anything recently related to Iran, North Korea. I mean, you think he'd be shoveling nukes his way, as well as drones and things like that. North Korea is not participating in any way with helping Iran, it seems.
Not directly, no. We do know that North Korea and Iran have a long-standing partnership. They have carried out military drills together in the past, along with Russia. They've collaborated on missile technology over the years, but there's no sign that North Korea is supplying Iran in the same way that it is supplying Russia.
John, thanks for the report. Jonathan Savage for Fox News in London.
In the Rio Grande Valley, 18-wheeler traffic is heavier than anywhere else in Texas. So if you're involved in an accident, know that big insurance companies will not play fair because they only care about profits, not your health, not the costs you have incurred, and certainly not your pain and suffering. So if you're involved in an 18-wheeler accident, we will stop insurance companies from taking advantage of you. 1-800-CAR-CLASH. The J. Gonzalez Law Firm, a force for justice.
Are you in the market for a new Toyota or pre-owned Toyota? Look no further than Toyota Afar. They have extensive selection of Toyota cars and Toyota trucks and Toyota SUVs, along with exceptional customer service every step of the way. Number to call, 956-815-2285.
Edinburgh is growing and leading the way in healthcare and education. Home to DHR Health, South Texas Health Systems, and the new Driscoll Children's Hospital. Our city is a true healthcare hub for the region. The UTRGV School of Medicine is shaping the next generation of doctors and researchers. And UTRGV ranks among the top Hispanic-serving institutions in the nation with strong workforce programs and partnerships. Edinburgh is building a talent pipeline ready for the future. Discover more at edinburghedc.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Looking for a flexible part-time opportunity with a fun, fast-paced media company? Radio United is hiring a part-time sales coordinator. If you are organized, enjoy working with people, and have great computer and communication skills, bilingual preferred, we'd love to meet you. Help support our sales team, work with local businesses, and be a part of a company that connects communities every day. Apply now by sending your resume to human resources at radiounited.com. Join our team and help make an impact. Radio United is an equal opportunity employer.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC, McAllen Mission.
Time is 9:53. The Sergio Show at the Stock 710 KURV. We're broadcasting. We're back to hopefully a regular cadence of broadcasting here at J. Gonzalez, injury attorneys, ready to fight for you, HQ in Edinburgh. I'm rocking to the music that Jesse likes to put, pump through his office. Sounds like a nouveau day spa, health spa salon. I love the music in here. A program note for KURV. Wednesday, we should be broadcasting at the Museum of South Texas History, most history. They're at the square in Edinburgh, across the street from the courthouse. The museum, Most History, hosting us. They are also a supporter, a co-sponsor of a special program. That's the reason we're there with them. We're going to pay tribute, celebrate KURV. We call it the KURV UTRGV Division I football season 2 for UTRGV Vaquero football. And among the guests and supporters, UTRGV President Dr. Guy Bailey. Had a nice conversation with him that we'll have a chance to feature on Wednesday. 10 years of UTRGV, and so much has been achieved. UTRGV is now functioning as a Tier 1 research university. And it's not necessarily the medical research that's being done. We have the podiatry college. We have other doctorate programs at the medical school. These are doctorate and research programs at math and computer engineering and other programs, various new doctorates, new programs that have popped up in this short 10-year history. Again, the university, UTRGV, our university, celebrated 10 years. And because of all the new doctoral programs and research programs, not necessarily aligned to the medical school, we now have Tier 1 research taking place at our university.
they'll make noise about this sometime in the near future as the folks that are in charge of looking at all the metrics and studying all the papers and all that. That will happen near future. But in this, and I recall the interviews I had with Dr. Guy Bailey, because we were, I believe it was tier 3. Yeah, I think initially when I spoke with him back in 2015 or before, yeah, around about 2015, we were at tier 3 research university. We are now tier 1. We're functioning as tier 1. All the noise and accolades, and I go, maybe a special plaque on the wall, that's coming up near future. That's part of the conversation I have with Dr. Guy Bailey, and that's coming up on Wednesday on the Sergio Show. As I'll be broadcasting from the Museum of South Texas History in Edinburgh. And also speaking with Francisco Guajardo. I got to say Francisco. I love you, Frank. Francisco Guajardo, the director of the Museum of South Texas History, also a supporter of this big broadcast, this presentation on Wednesday. And I absolutely love interviewing Frank. He's one of my favorite interviews. Man, es como un trompo. It's like a little spinning thing. You just give it a whirl. Y este vato, he just fills all the airtime. He has so much history in his head. Now, I bet you in his marriage, he's probably the woman. He does all the talking. Blah, 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 blah. Did you know this, honey? Did you know? Did you know that? Oh, back in 1800 and back in the 1600s, I bet you he does all the talking. That's Frank Guajardo. He's the director of the Museum of South Texas History. And yes, I'll just spin him like a trompo, and I'll just watch him spin, and I'll go to school. You and I will go to school as he's teaching us about college history, football history, maybe other history he wants to bring to the table. That's Wednesday. Also, I want to say thank you to an alum. He's part of the golden years of Pan Am baseball back in the 1970s. Jack Ewing, CPA. I wonder if Jack introduces himself that way. He goes, Jack Ewing, CPA. Jack Ewing, CPA is an alum. He was a great pitcher back in the golden years of Pan Am baseball, and he'll be joining us. He's also one of the supporters. You know, Jack has a special ministry. He has regular sit down with a baseball team. The baseball players go to his place, they get some snacks, and they do a Bible study and prayer, and they just like open up. They just pour their heart and their mind with Jack and his wife, and he does a great ministry there. He also does the same thing, like a Bible study and prayer with the coaches at UTRGV football, and he's one of the supporters for the broadcast coming up. And stick around. Next hour, I'll share with you again, the main conversation in the morning is with the athletic director, the boss over at UTRGV, Chase Conk. Chase Conk did a recap of the growth of UTRGV athletics, with the swimming and diving, and yes, some of the accolades and prizes and championships that they won this past year in various sports, track and field, baseball, all that. That's coming up next hour of the Sergio Show. Thank you much for joining us on News Talk 710 KURV, and thank you to Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys for hosting us this hour.
History's unfolding, and you're listening to it on News Talk 710 KURV, Edinburgh, McAllen,